this true life story, you'll see the chilling video that made everyone realize just how dangerous human can become in carrying out evil. Make sure you hit subscribe button, turn on notifications, and watch till the end. You don't want to miss it. Imagine you're walking home and see a tiny baby all alone in a car seat on someone's porch. No mom, no dad, no one around. What would you do next? Today we'll follow how that brave moment led to the capture of a man wanted for 4 heartbreaking crimes. Stick around to find out how one quick call brought him to justice. One cool morning in rural Tennessee, neighbors noticed something strange on the front porch of a house. There sat a little baby, still buckled into a car seat. No blanket, no bottle. Just a quiet, sleeping child. When police arrived, they gently picked up the baby and wrapped them in a warm blanket. Who left this baby here? They wondered. The baby's tiny fingers curled around their finger as officers made sure the child was safe. That same day, just 45 minutes away, another team of officers found something even more awful. 4 members of the baby's family lay motionless in a field. They were the baby's mom, dad, grandmother, and teenage uncle, all gone in a single, terrible moment. The baby had somehow survived, but the rest of the family was gone. The missing parents and grandparents had a deep family connection to one man, Austin Drummond. Who was he? Had he left the baby on purpose? Was he nearby, still on the run? At that moment, officers knew one thing for sure. A search had begun, not just to find the baby's family, but to find the person who might be responsible. Safety tip. If you ever see a child alone, tell a trusted grown-up or call 911 right away. The baby on the porch had a name, and so did the 4 people who loved that baby more than anything. Their names were Matthew Wilson, Adriana Williams, Courtney Rose, and Braden Williams. Matthew and Adriana were the baby's parents. Friends said Matthew was the kind of dad who never missed a chance to make his child laugh. Adriana was gentle and warm, the kind of mom who could calm her baby with just a smile. Courtney Rose was Adriana's mother, the baby's grandmother. She was the rock of the family, always making sure everyone was okay. Braden, just 15 years old, was Adriana's little brother. He liked video games and dreamed of playing basketball for his school team one day. They were an ordinary family in Lake County, Tennessee. But on that terrible day, police found them together, their lives taken away in a single act of violence. At first, no one understood why this had happened. There was no sign of a break-in, no obvious clue left behind. The only thing police knew was that someone had taken their lives and left a baby alive, as if the baby was never meant to be hurt. As investigators dug deeper, they discovered a link. Austin Drummond, a man who had been dating someone in the family. He wasn't just a stranger passing through, he knew them. But where was he now? And more importantly, why would someone destroy an entire family but spare the baby? The answers weren't clear yet, but one thing was, finding Austin Drummond was no longer just about catching a suspect. It was about giving justice to 4 people who couldn't speak for themselves, and protecting anyone else who might be in danger while he was still free. Safety tip. Always know who you can call if you feel unsafe, whether it's a family member, a teacher, or the police. And remember, if something feels wrong, it's okay to speak up. What happened? We need to know more about the man police were now desperately searching for, Austin Drummond. Austin wasn't just any man on the run. He had a long and troubling past. Years before this tragedy, in 2013, Austin robbed a convenience store. He pointed a gun at the clerk and walked away with only $44. But that crime cost him 10 years in prison. While behind bars, Austin didn't make things better for himself. Reports say he had 25 disciplinary actions while in prison. That means he kept breaking rules, refusing orders, getting caught with drugs, even being found with a weapon. He also said something chilling in a recorded phone call to his father back then. They are going to regret it. I'll be out one day. And he was right. He did get out. In September 2024, Austin was released from prison. But freedom didn't mean a fresh start. Not long after, he was already in trouble again, this time charged with attempted murder for something that happened while he was still incarcerated. Amazingly, he got out on bond for just $30,000. By early 2025, Austin was free, but his life was far from steady. Police say he had ties to a gang known as the Vice Lords, a group that started in Chicago but has members across the country. Being in that that gang might have given him protection in prison, but it also meant he was tied to dangerous people and risky choices. So when Matthew, Adriana, Courtney, and Braden were killed, investigators immediately thought of Austin. He knew the family. He had a violent history. And now he was missing, spotted in camouflage, carrying a rifle, and looking ready for a fight. Was he planning something worse? Or was he just running, scared and desperate? Whatever the answer, police knew this. They had to find him before anyone else got hurt. Safety tip. If someone you know starts acting scary or threatening, always tell a trusted adult. Speaking up can save lives. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that can keep you and your family safer. That video, the whole town of Jackson, Tennessee, froze. It showed Austin Drummond, the man accused of killing 4 people, creeping up to a quiet church at night. He wore camouflage, carried a backpack, and clutched a rifle with a massive drum-shaped magazine, the kind that holds dozens of bullets. In the footage, Austin grabbed the church door and yanked it hard. Locked. He tried again, pulling even harder. Still locked. For a moment, he just stood there, perfectly still, as if deciding what to do next. Then, without a word, he turned and disappeared into the darkness. That video wasn't just scary. It was a message. Austin was still out there, armed and dangerous, and no one knew where he'd strike next. The police warned everyone. Lock your doors. Stay inside if you can. Call 911 if you see anything suspicious. But fear alone wouldn't catch him. So, the manhunt grew bigger than ever. Over the next few days, Jackson turned into something that looked like a movie scene. There were helicopters circling overhead, dogs sniffing through the woods, and officers from multiple agencies, local police, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, U.S. Marshals, and even the FBI, sweeping through neighborhoods. They searched abandoned buildings. They checked cars on highways. They followed every tip. But Austin was slippery. He knew the area well and seemed to always be one step ahead. Police believed he was hiding in vacant houses and wooded areas, moving quietly at night and resting during the day. They also suspected that a few people might be helping him, even though helping someone accused of murder is a serious crime. Every day he stayed free, the fear grew. Was he planning to attack again? Was he trying to escape Tennessee? Or was he simply surviving, waiting for the perfect chance to disappear? Then came the morning that changed everything. Ricardo Contreras, a contractor, was out working near the woods. To him, it was just another day, until he noticed something strange. A man was walking through the trees, not on a trail, not dressed like a hiker, just wandering in the woods in the middle of a manhunt that had the entire town on edge. Ricardo's gut told him something was wrong. Nobody wants to walk in the middle of the woods in the middle of all this, he later told the news. He didn't approach the man. He didn't try to be a hero. He simply grabbed his phone, called police, and calmly gave them the exact location. Within minutes, officers swarmed the area. Helicopters hovered low. The dogs barked as they closed in. And then, finally, after 7 tense days on the run, police captured Austin Drummond. He wasn't carrying a gun this time. He didn't fight back. In the photo police released right after the arrest, Austin looked tired and defeated, a man who had run out of places to hide. This wasn't just a victory for law enforcement. It was a reminder of how much one person can do by simply doing the right thing. Ricardo's quick action helped end a nightmare. But even though Austin was caught, big questions still hung in the air. Why did he kill the family? Who helped him hide? And what would happen to the baby he left behind? Those answers were still to come. Safety tip. If you ever see something that feels wrong, like a stranger acting suspicious, don't try to handle it yourself. Go to a safe place and call for help. Your actions could save lives. What happened next would shock everyone, as the investigation revealed dark secrets from Austin's past and heartbreaking details about the victim's final moments. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to encourage use. And if you think stories like this can help others stay safer, share this video with someone you care about. Finally in custody, the town of Jackson could breathe again, but only a little. Catching him was just the first step. Now, everyone wanted answers. Police announced the charges: 4 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Matthew Wilson, Adriana Williams, Courtney Rose, and 15-year-old Braden Williams. He was also charged for abandoning the baby, the only survivor of the attack. Investigators revealed more about Austin's past, and it shocked people even further. He had just gotten out of prison a few months before the murders. He was already facing an attempted murder charge for something he did while behind bars. Despite that, he had been released on $30,000 bond. How could someone with that record be walking free? Many people asked. Court documents painted a dark picture. While in prison, Austin had 25 disciplinary violations, including drug possession and having a weapon. In one phone call years earlier, he even told his father that he would make the jurors regret it for convicting him of a 2013 robbery. And now, police said he had killed people he knew, his girlfriend's family. That Austin Drummond had been captured, there was relief, but also heartbreak. For lives were gone. A baby would grow up without parents, a grandmother, or an uncle. And a whole community had been shaken by fear. Stories like this leave us asking, how do we make sense of it all? The truth is, evil often hides in plain sight. Austin didn't become dangerous overnight. There were warning signs, years of violence, threats, and behavior that should have raised alarms. Yet, somehow, he was free. But this story also shows us something powerful. Ordinary people can make a difference. The stranger who found the baby saved a life. Ricardo Contreras, the man who made that simple phone call, helped end the manhunt. And the community that stayed alert gave police the information they needed to catch him before more people were hurt. So, what can we learn? Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Speak up early. If you know someone who's violent or unstable, telling authorities could save lives. Stay aware of your surroundings. Safety isn't about being afraid, it's about being prepared. And finally, remember this. Even in the darkest stories, there are moments of light. The people who refuse to stay silent, the officers who risked their lives, and the baby who survived, they remind us that good still fights back. This tragedy is not just about what was lost. It's about what we can do to prevent the next one. Safety tip. Create a personal safety plan. Know who to call in an emergency, where to go if you need help, and never ignore red flags. Your actions could protect you and others. Thank you for following this story with me on Tim's True Crime Chronicle. If you believe stories like this can save lives and help us all stay safer, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video. Together, we can learn, prepare, and honor the lives lost by making sure their story makes a difference.